Shalom. Kal Halal Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai Bahashem Rakak Radash. My name is Jamal Yasha'Allah, back again to feed you the scriptures, and Abba Raktazah, you be edified. Before I begin this lesson, quick lesson, I'm not going to make it long. I want to say Shalom and salutations to the men of GMS, Great Millstone, who I've learned this 100% truth from. Shalom to those brothers. Shalom and salutations to the confused face, the speckled bird, who look like other Gentile nations but are Israelites because of the father's seed. Shalom to the Akim and Akwap, who also subscribe to the men of GMS to learn this 100% truth and does not run around like James 1 and 8. And last but not least, Shalom to the elect. That's why we come out and do videos to bring in the elect. So I'm going to name this "The Truth is with Israel Only," because you have a lot of religions, sincerely Christians, who think that these scripts are for everyone, and Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai changes his word again with the James 1 and 8 to do what he said he wouldn't do, and to bring in all nations, which is a lie, and I'm going to prove that with a couple of scriptures. So before we do anything, let's get James 1 and 8, who is Yahweh Shai, who the world ignorantly calls JC, biological brother. And this is a scripture for all the Christians and all the people who come at the prophets and the men on the street confoundedly. And it reads, "A double-minded man is unstable in all his ways." Just that simple. So let's get to the scriptures. This is Psalms 147. And 19, and it reads, "He showeth his word unto Jacob," who is Israel, synonymously, "his statutes and his judgments unto Israel. He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them. Praise ye Yahweh." So, for these other nations who think that Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai is working and dealing with all men, that's not true. He's only dealing with Israel, and the truth is only for Israel, and he's really dealing with the elect out of Israel. He's not dealing with all Israel. The Lord doesn't use or deal in big numbers. He uses small numbers to get his point across. This is Amos 3, verse 1, and it reads, "Hear this word that Yahweh have spoken against you, O children of Israel, against the whole family which I brought up from the land of Egypt, saying, You only have I known of all the families of the earth. Therefore I will punish you for all your iniquities." So again, that's another scripture, and really, I really proved my point with those two scriptures. I'm going to continue to go on, but I really proved my point saying and letting you see that Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai is only dealing with Israel and no other nation. This is wisdom of Solomon. So I don't understand what these other people or these Christians are coming with. Oh, well, the Lord is dealing with everybody and the Gentiles. And there's two definitions for Gentiles. There's the Gentiles, and these are the people who are not of the Israelites and are of other nations, which are the 17 other nations. And then there's the Israelites who didn't know that they were Israelites, who followed the pagan and Gentile customs, and they were called Gentiles. Look it up for yourself. This is Wisdom of Solomon 2. And I'm going to get, let's see what I got. Let me see. I'll get, Salaki, 1 second. Let me see something here. Okay. All right, well, I'll get verse 1, and I'll jump down. This is Wisdom of Solomon, verse 1, and it reads, "For the ungodly said, reasoning with themselves, but not aright, our life is short and tedious, and in the death of a man there is no remedy, neither was there any man known to have returned from the grave. For we are born at all adventure, and we shall be hereafter as though we had never been. For the breath in our nostrils is as smoke, and a little spark in the moving of our heart. For our time," this is verse 5, "for our time is very shadow that passeth away, and after our end there is no returning, for it is the fast sealed, so that no man cometh again." This is verse 7. "Let us fill ourselves with costly wine and ornaments, and let no flower of the spring pass by. Let us crown ourselves with rosebuds before they be withered. Let none of us go without his part of our voluptuousness. Let us leave tokens of our joyfulness in every place, for this is our proportion, that our lot is this." So, as Wisdom of Solomon is speaking, he's letting you know, and he's explaining to you that we do what we're supposed to be doing on this earth, and the Lord takes us away. And for some of us, we leave a mark, but we will come back on the earth, reincarnation, not knowing who we are, and we will fill in the lots of who we're supposed to be, and even not knowing what our past was, our future, we will still become who we are, if you can understand that. This is Deuteronomy 7:3, and it reads, "Neither shalt thou make marriages with them. Thy daughter thou shalt not give unto his son, nor his daughter shalt thou take unto thy son." So we're not supposed to be mingling with the Gentiles at all. The Lord separated us, and he wanted us separated. This is why in Deuteronomy 7:6 he reads, "For thou art a holy people unto the Lord Yahweh thy power. And Yahweh thy power hath chosen thee to be a special people unto himself above all people that are upon the face of earth." So we were put here to be the rulers under Yahweh Shai and Yahweh, and or Yahweh Yahweh Shai. And because we fell short and we wanted to be like the rest of we wanted to be like the Gentile nations and follow what they do, the Lord made us suffer and put us under them. This is Tobit 4:12, and it reads, "Beware of all whoredom, my son, and chiefly take a wife of the seed of thy fathers, and take not a strange woman to wife, which is not of thy father's tribe. For we are the children of the prophets, which is short for Noel, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, who are the forefathers of Israel. Remember, my son, that our fathers from the beginning, even that they are married wives of their own kindred, and were blessed in their children, and their seed shall inherit the land." So too, this is what Solomon was talking about reincarnation is what this is speaking about as well, that we will come back as our children, if you can receive that. The Bible's not a trickery book, but it's only for the Israelites. The truth is only for Israel. Let's get I don't go here often, but let's get Maccabees. Maccabees 1, and let's get verse 11, and it reads, "In those days went out of Israel wicked men, who persuaded many, saying, Let us go and make a covenant with the heathen that are round about us. For since we departed from them, we have had much sorrow. So this device pleased them well. Then certain of the people were so forward hearing that they went into the king, who gave the license to do after the ordinance of the heathen. Whereupon they built a place of exercise at Jerusalem according to the customs of the heathen, and made themselves uncircumcised, and forsook the holy covenant, and joined themselves to the heathen, and were sold to do mischief." So what I was just saying earlier, and a couple of scriptures before that, this is what we have done. This is why the Lord put us under these curses, knowing and soon to come that we were going to fall off and join these heathens and do wicked things like the heathens do. But like I read earlier, that in Amos 3, the Lord tells you, you have I only known. So therefore I will punish you for your iniquities. So just like you would have a child and you will allow your child to go out and go and play with the other kids, but you tell your child what not to do, and your child see that the other kids are doing what you told that child not to do and decides to follow them, you will punish your child, not the other children, because you are only dealing with your child, not the other children. This is Revelation 2 and 9. And this is how the Lord deals with us. So this is Yahushua speaking, and it reads, "I know thy works in tribulations and poverty, but thou art rich," because we want to be like the heathens, not realizing that we are the sons of the living power. "And I know the blasphemy of them which say they are Jews and are not, but are the synagogue of Satan." Synagogue is the house, and Satan is the deceiver, and the deceivers are the wicked, and the wicked is Esau, and along with the other heathens. But Esau is the chief house, synagogue, which are the Khazars, which are the Amalekites, the kites, you know what I mean? These are the head enemies, that the chief houses who are your enemy. Read Psalms 83 and 2, 83 and 1, and go down to 4. This is 2 Corinthians. 2 Corinthians 4 and 17, and it reads, "For our light affliction, which is but for a moment, worketh for us a far more exceeding and eternal weight of glory, while we look not at the things which are seen, but at the things which are not seen. For the things which are seen are temporal, but the things which are not seen are eternal." So what you don't see is forever, and what you do see is just for a certain time being, is temporary. And that is very much the truth, because again, the truth is with Israel only, and you will only understand this truth if you are an Israelite. And even so, 2/3 of our people will reject this truth. But Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is only dealing with the elect. So in order to get this truth, you're part of the hopeful elect. So hopefully you can be part of the elect, because no one knows. All we know is that we must do this work, and we must bid ourselves to this wedding to be part of the elect. And this is what Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shah is setting up for us, to be part of that elect. This is 2 Esdras 7 and 12, and it reads, "Then were the entrances of the world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils, and very painful." So this is what the 2/3 are going to suffer as well. They are going to suffer the pain, and they're going to suffer in these evil times that's coming, because we are here, and there's nothing that's going to bring us back. And this is it. So get ready, two-thirds, because you're going to suffer a horrible death. And the Lord is going to look out for his own. He's going to take care of his elect. And when you're starving, and when you're in pain, and when you're going through these horrible times, the elect will be comforted and taken care of and will be eating. My last scripture, Galatians 4:16, and it reads, I am therefore become your enemy because I tell you the truth. And this is what the prophets deal with every day. Enemies of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah, who are the devil, which is a deceiver, because they tell the truth. And the truth only comes out of the Israelites. My name is Yamal Yasha Allah. Abarak, you have been edified. I pray that you have been edified. Call halal Yahweh, Bahashim Yahweh Shah, Bahashim Rakakwadash. Shalom again to the men of GMS. Double honors to those men. The water for everything and all the sacrifices you have put before the young men after you. Shalom to the speckled bird, and shalom to the elect. Wa Abba Babal, Kwam Yasharala. Shalom.